Hi, Phil McPhail here, and today I'm taking a break from real estate this week to do a little exploring in the North Woods and places that people may want to come up here and see. And no, I'm not at a local train station. I'm actually up on Eagle Lake at the Eagle Lake West Branch Rail. This is a very old set of steam engines here behind me, and we're going to show you around the area some photos that we've taken of this old tramway that transported wood from the Eagle Lake here to the West Branch of the Penobscot on its way south to Bangor, Maine. If you've never been to the North Maine woods, one thing you should know is that this is a working commercial forest of millions of acres of forest land here maintained for growing timber. If you're going to be on these roads, the logging trucks in the area have the right of way, and they are loaded much heavier than you'll find them on the public roads. Keep that in mind, keep safe, and yield to all logging operations. All right, from the steam engines is about a 3,000 foot walk over here to the Eagle Lake Tramway. And what this is was a steam powered tramway that, if you look over here, there's some old railroad cars or railroad trucks. Logs were loaded on these trucks. And there was 6,000 feet of cable looped here that drove those trucks from here over to Eagle Lake. This was done in 1902, believe it or not, way up here in the North Maine woods. And this 6,000 feet of cable, which I haven't measured it, but I'm looking at it, it's probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches in diameter, was dragged here partly by horse and cart from Moosehead Lake all the way to Eagle Lake. Amazing feat of engineering done in 1902. Here's a better look at the cable. Say that's pretty close to 2 inches in diameter. And then here's one of the railroad trucks. And you can kind of see how this worked. That cable pushed these along, and when they got to the other end, they flipped upside down, and they would ride underneath the tramway here, upside down, to return back to Chamberlain Lake. There's the remaining tramway with trees growing right through it, and these trees have obviously been growing for a while. Trail that connects from the locomotives over to the tramway. Very easy walk in here from the parking lot. It's about a 1 mile hike into the locomotives and then another 3,000 feet over the tramway recreation. They've used some of the old original parts and set it up a little piece of it there you just saw so they could see, or you can see how it was working. On the way here today, we've seen a dozen ruffed grouse. Ruffed grouse season starts this coming Saturday. Wished I was here a week later. Okay, here's the elusive ruffed grouse we were talking about. And you're gonna have a hard time. You see him moving now. There he goes. They blend in so well in the woods. You see him on that log. Just as proud as a peacock. They're not very elusive actually here in the North Woods. I think this is number 13 we've seen in the last 3 hours. This one wanted his picture taken. This is the forest on that beautiful trail into the Eagle Lake Tramway. A lot of big, beautiful hardwood in here. This trail is very well maintained. It's not a hard hike whatsoever. Hello there. Still up in the North Maine woods in September 24th, 2020. And today I am on probably one of my favorite places in the state of Maine. This is Nesowadnehunk Lake. We're right on the kind of the northwest corner of Baxter State Park. And it's late September and the fish are starting to think about spawning. Fishing's a little slow this time of year, usually. And it has been, we've caught a few. But there's a campground here and across the lake. You can see it's Camp Phoenix. It used to be a sporting camp. A number of years ago it was converted to a timeshare establishment. So each one of those cabins is owned now privately, but the land underneath it is all in common. And you can see behind me Strickland Mountain and Double Top probably down in the distance. We're kind of northwest of Mount Katahdin. But this is a extraordinary wild brook trout fishery. Fly fishing only. No trolling, no live bait. They've protected it very well over the years and it produces a lot of trout here in the summertime. If you're looking to make a trip up to Nesowadnehunk Lake and are looking for a place to stay, the Nesowadnehunk Lake Wilderness Campground is pretty much your only option. The campground has places for tents, campers, a number of cabins, both log cabins and stick-built for rent. There's an office here with a small convenience store, but you'll want to bring most of your provisions with you. For me, a trip to the North Maine woods isn't complete without stopping by the West Branch of the Penobscot River and doing a little landlocked salmon fishing. This is a fast-moving river. It's also well known as a whitewater destination for rafting and kayakers. If you're looking to come visit the West Branch of the Penobscot in this section of the river, you can stay at the Chwanky Big Eddy campground. And there's both an improved site and a wilderness side of the river. They have the campground on both sides of the river. So if you like a little more facilities, you can stay on the south side. If you like wilderness camping and some privacy, take a site over on the wilderness side. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this brief tour of the North Maine woods. There's a lot more to see here than what we showed you. Millions of acres with lakes, ponds, rivers everywhere. Check out the links in our description of the video below for the places we stayed and information about the area.